Hi, welcome to this tutorial video. My name is Mark. Some of you might know me by the username Mark232. I have made the maps, the community maps that end with settings. Once you have figured the map editor out, it's actually a lot of fun, but I think for newcomers it is extremely frustrating, especially with the walkability. And so many things are just not explained. You have to really find them, and the finding costs so much time. It took myself so many hours to even figure out the most simple of stuff, like, oh, that's how I can change the that I can end the game settings, or that people can use dark elves or start resources. Like, you just have to know where it is, but once you know it, it is like, yeah, extremely easy. In these tutorial videos, I can only show you how I do it and what I think is the best way. I think more experienced editors will quickly notice, like, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you do it like this? You could do it like this. I can only tell you just what I know. I have zero programming skills, but even without programming skills, there's so much that you can do with the script, because it's actually, if you get the basics a bit, it's actually really not that bad and straightforward. If there is anything that I did in my maps that you feel like, hey, I want to implement that in mine, that I did in the script, don't hesitate to ask in the comments, and I don't mind making a video for it. But like the more specific things that I think is where the chance is very low that someone is interested in, I'm not gonna make the video unless it is asked. During these tutorials, sometimes you might think, oh, no shit, Sherlock. I can be sometimes too clear, but I'd rather be too clear than not clear enough, so that's why. And the accent that you're hearing is Dutch. Okay, well, let's get started. In the main menu, community content, editor, the map symbol, create new map. For convenience, I'll name it name map, and you will name it whatever you want. You'll notice that they write it like this, the idea. And also, when you are naming objects or whatever in this map editor, you will be restricted to the lowercase characters and the underscore. There is an exception, but you will notice that the exception is when you really write text that the player sees, for like goals, whatever. Then you can just write however you want, but you'll notice that later on. I never have changed the campaign. I always left it to user because I was never planning a campaign, because I think making a single map is already so much work, so let's just keep it on that. Create dungeon is enabled by default. You can choose to not disable it, so you will just have outside, but I don't think a lot of people would do that. Okay, the dungeon size, this is really important. I recommend going for custom and then going for 100 times 100, because there are such performance problems if you make it bigger for some people, that it is like, and yeah, there's also another thing, is that the snots of this game, the logic, the snot logic of this game is already not really ideal, and if you make the dungeon size even bigger than this, or not even, but bigger than this, then they will stumble more doing their tasks and their priorities. This is better. A little bit smaller, like if you want to make it 90 times 90 or 95 times 95, I think that's also great. But you also don't want to make it too small, so that people do have room. Outside is the same thing. 100 times 100. It has less consequences than the dungeon size if you change this. So you could, for example, 120 times 120, 80 times 80. I think that's also really great. One thing that I've got to mention is that for now, leave the description field empty. There's a better way of making a description that people can see when they select your map. So just leave it empty, and I will show you how to do that in another video. And then we hit create. Once it is done creating your map, this is how you encounter it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add game settings. We want to add the difficulty, the start resource, and to make it so that people can choose themselves if they want to play with Dark Elves or not. So we go here, next to play you have this triangle, you click that, and then you do play custom game settings. Then you click on configure game settings. You go to game settings, add template. Then you click on this, a circle thingy, and you select comic difficulty. And add another one. We're adding start resources, and even another one, and that is Skur Gloom Active. This is for Dark Elves. Save all, save all. I always do save all 2 times because it is like a bit stuck on the map sometimes. So first you do save all to take it out of it or something. I don't know how to explain it, and then you do another save all, and then it actually saves. Okay, so now we added the game difficulty, but this does nothing yet without having made adjustments in the script. The script is actually empty from the start, so we have to do it from scratch, which is fine. You don't have to understand exactly why I'm doing certain things. I think the best thing, if you really don't understand, that is fine, just copy what I'm doing. It will, like, the pieces will fall together like later on. So we're gonna click this away. And then we click on level design if this is not already visible, and then you can select scripting. Okay, now you see this screen. It might be a bit different because like here is the name of your map, this is mine. So then it would be world and then the name that you see here next to it. We select that if it is not already selected, and then we add 4 lines with this plus symbol. It's already on the correct thing that we want, the int. This is not important now, like ignore it, just keep it on int. Okay, now do exactly what I do. Write hero level timer, and then in capital, underscore, and then in capital easy. Then hero level timer, normal, hero level timer without anything in it, and then hero level timer ultra. This line is applied to people selecting easy, this one to normal, this one to people selecting difficult, and this one to people selecting extreme. And this determines like this is just the seconds that we're gonna fill in here. So for instance, this means that every 300 seconds, if someone has chosen to play this map that you made on easy, every 300 seconds the heroes will level up with 1 level. So like you can choose here whatever you want. I think making this more than 300 might be too easy. Like 300 is already a lot of time, and making it lower than 60 is like extremely difficult. So keep it between these two. The difficulty is of course like the numbers that you put here is greatly determined by the resources available that you make available to the player. Does he have a lot of evilness that he can gather? Is there a lot of money available? But if everything is really scarce, then normally you would put this higher. For instance, then you would go like as far, you could like really have this like 120, this always 300. And then what I often do, I make it 20 seconds higher than ultra, difficult 20 seconds higher than ultra. Ultra, if someone chooses ultra, they also have like an efficiency penalty and way more difficulty. So ultra is really a lot more difficult than difficult on its own. And normal, I make that often 60 seconds higher than extreme. Save all, save all. Okay, for the next part, just copy it. Don't understand it, just copy it. I don't even think about it anymore. It just goes automatically now. I don't understand it really why I have to do all these steps. Just do it. So we go for create. We hit the right key so that or you can press end so that you're at the right side. And you write intro, and you press OK. Then you do another create. to the right or end, and then you hit intro, lower score, cleanup, and then OK. Then we're gonna select it, intro. You see here it says 0 instances. This means that you have created it, but you haven't applied it to your map. So we want to right click it and add to current scene. And we want to do the same with the cleanup. So add to current scene. Then we select the intro. We click on this plus symbol in the triggers field. We type once. It completes what we write and it says once after. We click it. It changes automatically once after 0 seconds, which is exactly what we want. The priority we change to primary. And then we write in like this actions field, you choose the plus. Then you write, I have to wait, is it, oh yeah, start. And you choose start cinematics. While having this selected, this is selected, you select here the cleanup that you made. So it's your map name, remember that. So choose the cleanup. Then we do another action that we add, and we say move camera to let's keep it simple for ourselves. We just say move camera to Dungeon Heart, so that people, when they start your map, they don't start where you saved it or uploaded it. No, they just start at the dungeon with their camera. We remove the duration because it's just really annoying for people to wait. So we just remove the duration, and then we add another line. Hide, loading screen, and then we do stop cinematics. This is always how my intro looks. Start cinematics, move camera to Dungeon Heart, hide loading screen, stop cinematics. The cleanup is empty for now, and sometimes it just remains empty, but it's a nice way of doing things. Just do it exactly what I did. Okay, we're now really close to finishing up so that the difficulty is actually applied, that it actually matters what people choose as difficulty. So we go, again, we click on world name map, click create, end or right, and we say hero level timer. This is the final step of applying the hero level timer. Then we, you see always when you create a new script, you see like 0 instances, so we add it to the current scene. Then, this is essential, it's something that you can easily overlook, but this is essential. We change after play, instead of disable, we say nothing. Because we want this to be repeated every X amount of seconds. Triggers, we type in period, and then we choose periodic trigger. Here, this is very important, instead of typing a number here, you don't want to do that because you set exactly the things that you want to be choosing from in the world name map, or at least in the world and then your map name. We choose this one, and we choose hero level timer. Always choose hero level timer. Don't choose normal, don't choose easy, don't ultra, always hero level timer. And you might say, but is not everyone then playing on difficult? No, because I don't know how or why, but it knows to choose ultra as long as you choose this one without the add of capital letters. Just choose hero level timer. Here you see 140, and that is because we set 140. So you see like the number that you chose. Okay, going back, it's not done yet, going back. So we say now, after play nothing, because we want to keep this going on indefinitely, at least as long as it is possible. Triggers is every hero level timer seconds. And then we choose in the actions, we choose, well at least we write hero. We choose change hero level. There you choose 1. because we want every time this amount of seconds, depending on what they choose as difficulty, is passed, change it by 1 level higher. You can also choose 2, but I think most people will just do 1. And the max limit of that the enemy heroes can be strong is 35. I always go for 35. A lot of people add stuff in the script so that depending on the difficulty that someone chooses has also its own hero level cap. But I like to I prefer to keep it easy for myself, and I always just everyone will have the same hero level cap, and that is 35, which is the highest. The last step that we will make in this video is placing Thalya, and I also disabled the heartbeat of the dungeon heart. So we'll just click this away. We go for assets, if that is not already visible. If assets is not visible, then you have to click level design first. So assets. In the search assets, when server and client are selected, this is actually the only things that you want selected, and it's selected by default. Don't select other stuff unless if you want to use something from another scene. I never do that. So if you are facing experiencing difficulties, I think I prefer to not use stuff from other scenes, because I'm afraid if you would delete a map where you use other stuff from, I think you will run into so many problems. So just don't have this selected, never. Okay, we type, if you want Thalya, we type protagonist evil, and then we drag this in our dungeon heart room, in the throne room, and then save all, save all. Okay, now we're gonna check if the settings are really visible. So we just go to main menu, community content, community maps. We go to the map name that we made. Well, I name my map name map, and here you can see people can choose difficulty, start resources. Few is nothing actually. They start with 0 extra evilness. I think middle is 300 and lots is 1000 evilness. And here they can toggle if they want dark elves or not. So this all works now. Play. Oh yeah, well, that doesn't matter. I think I did lots then, yeah. So this is all work. This is a nice start.